serve my family. I love to serve the farm. I love to serve my community, and that is a way for me to put my investment in agriculture.
She has such a passion for life and for her family and for agriculture in general, and she really stands for agriculture. I heard her speaking with our senators and congressmen, and what she said came across very well. And so I want to nominate her to be the Exceptional Woman of the Year. When I found out that Shana was the actual nominee, I was overjoyed. And then I was like, now how do we surprise Shana? How would you respond if your friend told you about a career change, such as I went through, but they were really here to tell you that you're the 2018 Exceptional Woman of the Year?
You guys got me.
The Exceptional Woman of the Year 2018.
Thank you. Did you know too?
Not very long.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
So is it really a new job? Well, I am married to Bart Beattie, who is a fifth-generation farmer here in central Nebraska in Sumner. And we have 4 children. I was born and raised in north central Florida, where my family still is involved in agriculture. My dad was in the livestock hauling business and a rancher, raised Florida cattle, and I was one of 5 siblings and grew up in agriculture in a small little rural area, and grew up in 4-H and FFA. Started out in 4-H showing cattle and being involved in livestock and meats judging, and continued that in high school and FFA.
She had a great FFA advisor, and he taught them a lot about meats judging, and they managed to win district and state, and then go on to the national FFA convention contest in meats judging. Shana and 2 other of her good friends, girls, all 3 girls, and they didn't have a 4th member of their team, so they went on to the national contest and competed, and those 3 girls came out the national winners.
Once I graduated from high school, I attended the University of Florida, where I majored in animal science. I am a gator. I'm a real gator. A lot of people ask me if I am a real gator, and I guess since I grew up there and went to school at the University of Florida, that classifies me as a true gator. I was on the meats team at the University of Florida and traveled throughout the country judging collegiately, and that was a lot of fun. But I had a unique interest when I was in college to do an internship. Long story short, I ended up in North Carolina for a summer to do an internship with a large swine integrator. And it was fair to finish, and incidentally, there were about 20 interns throughout the country, and one of them happened to be a young man from Nebraska that was studying agriculture at UNL.
When I first met Shana, I think we were all having, just kind of a good time after work, and got an opportunity to meet a woman from the South, and ironically, my grandmother was from Alabama, and when I left to go to North Carolina, she said, "You watch out for those Southern women while you're down there, because they'll get you every time." And so she was right. Shane and I had a fun relationship. We just continued to foster that relationship, and both worked in agriculture for a while, and then in 1996 we were married and moved back to the family farm. The opportunity was right for both, for her to seek a career in central Nebraska in the animal health industry, calling on feedlots and veterinarians, and then it was an opportunity for me to come back to the family operation. So it was a good fit, and that's been over 20 years ago now.
I always thought it was interesting the year that Bart and Shana got married was the year that Nebraska beat Florida so soundly in the Fiesta Bowl. So we always have a little fun with that.
I still bleed orange and blue, which has been interesting living in Nebraska for 22 years, but I am true to my roots. So I've raised up a bunch of little Cornhuskers, so I've done my part, but I still root for orange and blue on Saturdays.
She's a great daughter-in-law. She does a good job of raising her kids, and we love her dearly, and we're just proud of her and happy that she's living in Nebraska, even though she's a Gator.
I'm the 5th generation, and to be on this family farm, and very proud of that. I have a lot of pride in the heritage that my grandfathers started, years ago, and my dad and my grandpa continued, and then being able to carry on that tradition. So a lot of pride in being a family farm. We've had the opportunity to be here over 20 years now, and it's just been a great opportunity to grow our operation. And Shane has been very involved from the beginning.
My first role, probably, and most important role, is being Bart's wife. And without the success of our partnership together, we wouldn't have the success that we have with our children and our family farm. And I'm very thankful for that. And He drugged me up here from Florida, and I love every minute of it and love the opportunity to be in Nebraska and raise our children here, and spend most of my days, most of the hours of the day taking care of the family, and that is my first priority with our 4 children, and blessed to be able to do that. And I love the farm, and I have had different jobs throughout the years, but primarily right now is inventory management. I manage keep track of numbers and performance of our swine, our wean to finish swine operation, as well as cattle numbers. And I enjoy some day-to-day activities. I enjoy day-to-day cattle activities. I don't do very many of them anymore like I did when Bart and I were first married and first were having children. Would get the opportunity to go out and work cows and move cows and stuff like that. Now the kids take advantage of that when they have the time, and especially in the summer.
When Shana and my mom first started driving grain cart, as a lot of wives do, but listening to Shana and my mom talk on the radio while we're trying to harvest and trying to get trucks where they need to be, make sure the combine's in the right place, and have 2 ladies just start carrying on a conversation on the radio about really nothing. But I always used to get a laugh out of that they would actually just use the radio as an opportunity just to catch up on things. But that's part of farming and the fun you have together. But a lot of great memories of Shana being involved with our operation.
That just made it extra special. So yeah, it's good to get together and do those things and be a part of the finality of the harvest. I think Shana deserves this award because as you can see, she is a get-her-done gal. She has a passion for agriculture and for her family.
She's done a really good job with our kids, fostering that passion for agriculture and the passion for the farming operation, getting the kids involved through FFA and 4-H, and having them out on the farm with us and with my dad and myself, and with our employees, and really fostering that relationship to make sure that they've got a good foundation that Shana grew up with her farm.
Mom's always around to help us, and she's the one who does a lot of big work, and Dad's always there to do all the heavy lifting and stuff like that. She likes helping us a lot with doing our cattle stuff and doing her yard work and baking, and she just makes great food. Like she asks us what we want for dinner around lunchtime. We're like, we want this for dinner, so we get that for dinner, and what you want for breakfast, we get that for breakfast.
She's a great cook, the best I've ever had. I'm proud of Mom because she works really hard for us and for the state and for the pork board. And she can help us with any cattle chores we need help with, or any homework.
My mom, she's pretty particular about things, so she likes things a certain way. But as long as you just obey her and do what she said, then she can be pretty fun sometimes. The responsibility that we have on the farm, that it's our #1 priority to make sure that our farm, like our animals, come first. She's an awesome lady, I love her. I'm so blessed to have a mom as great as her. She helps me with everything. She knows a lot about the farm. She's extremely passionate about agriculture, and I'm very blessed to have a mom like her.
She's just also been such a great role model to look up to ever since I'm little. I've always wanted to be like her, and her great personality. So I always think a special memory that me and my mom shared was showing livestock It was something that she was really passionate about when she was younger, and she definitely carried that passion over to me. And so just being on the show road with her, she's definitely the one who would always take me and, iron my shirts for me and fit the calves and clip them. She literally did it all. Like, she wasn't just the show mom that was in the stands taking pictures. No, she was always down there helping me, getting ready to go. It was definitely a team thing, and I literally got I learned everything from her. So I'd say the best memories we've shared was just being on that show road. If it was like a long ride, we'd have good conversations, and then just hugging her after I won or something it was the best feeling ever. And knowing that I always had someone to look up to and someone that shared that memory with me was amazing.
Shana's a go-getter, and she is very passionate about whatever she tackles. And so if I give her a project on the farm, she does it 110%. We've always looked at things and asked questions, are we doing the right thing, and can we do it better? And when an opportunity arises, sometimes we just have to take advantage of it. As her spouse, I really value her input on things, because she not only gives a woman's perspective, but she gives a good agriculture perspective.
He likes to run things by me, and I'm always willing to give my opinion, whether or not it's what he wants to hear. We always try to share ideas and make sure that we're making the right decision and on the right page.
When I say, well, we need to spend this, and her question is, well, do we have the money to do that? Well, no, not today, but we will down the road. And so, but we bounce ideas off each other back and forth like that. But she, I think her strengths and my weaknesses, they really offset each other, and we make a pretty good team. As we've looked at different opportunities for growth over the years, Shana and I, and my mom and my dad as well, we look at what are our employees thinking about these opportunities. How does it impact their job on a daily basis? How does it impact their livelihood? Are we good stewards in our community? Are we giving back to the community?
The partnership that we have with one another and that we have with his parents to run this family farm is just exceptional, and the relationships are strong, and the lines of communication are open, and that's why it is so successful, and we've been able to persevere through some challenging times.
Well, Shana, I'm just very proud that you are able to receive this exceptional award. I think you're very deserving of it. You're a great mother, a great wife, and been a great addition and a partner to our operation. And it's been a wonderful 22 years together, and I look forward to many more together.
Everyone has their passion, and everyone has their gift. And I think that the thing that is so important in agriculture is to use your gift. And for some of those, it may be writing and blogging. For others, it may be photographing and using that as a way to promote agriculture through social media. For others, it may be cooking and using recipes on the farm and sharing that. But I think really what for each individual person as they pave their way and to promote agriculture for our state is to use their unique ability and their resources to make that happen. Every situation for each individual is different, but I think as you find your true gift, you can use that as your way to promote and get involved with agriculture.
In the barn, the field, or in the tractor too. In the office, the industry, business, or the school. In the garden, the garage, the yard, or in the home. Don't take for granted all the good that she's done.